Okay, well, there's certainly no lack of rain this spring. I'm out by the backhoe and I wanted to just have a look at something here. We got a Cummins 4-cylinder engine, and right there is the thermostat housing, almost identical to the one on the 5.9. The one that broke, it broke right here somewhere, right around here last September. Those videos you're about to see, clips, are taken in September. Okay, so here it is in the motorhome. There's the thermostat housing back there. I changed. I did a lot of work. It took a lot of time to do what you're about to see. That new elbow, it's called an air horn. A new oil line, that flexible hose you see there, for the turbo. The other one was, it had something punctured it, which was a good thing because it was in pretty rough shape. It was the original hose, and I'm glad it's changed now. This was one of the most challenging repair jobs I've ever done. The removing broken studs, not studs, bolts. But it worked out really well. Those extractors that you drill a hole and hammer in, they don't work on this kind of thing. They were so seized in there that I really doubted whether I'd get them out or not. But it was either buy a new head for this, bring the head to a machine shop. The options were not good. None of them were good options. I had to get them out. I couldn't. It was a do or die job, is what I call it. See if we can go dig up the old manifold. I'll show you why I did it. So there's the reason. This is a common problem with the 5.9 Cummins. They break. It had a tiny crack. It just started out a little crack on top, and then I had to do something because it was getting worse and worse. I didn't even think it was all the way completely around. Alright, there's some shiny parts. So, a new exhaust manifold for the 5.9 Cummins turbo diesel. Here's the 5 bolts that I had to extract. So it was quite the job. Look at that, it's turning. This is the best news I've had in about a week. This one here was broken. This one. And then 2 at this end here. These were the first 2 I got out. And I left the easiest, what I thought was the easiest one for last, which is this one. It was sticking out a good 3/8 of an inch or so. But it was not the easiest. So over here we've got the 6, I think they're stainless steel gaskets over here, and then we got the turbo gasket here. The alternative to not getting these bolts out was not, I didn't want to think about it too much, because it's pretty much you got to pull the engine out. So you could pull a head off, but I wouldn't do that in here. I'd pull the whole engine out. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I got 5 of those. And this is all new bolts. Well, obviously, you just saw what I took out of there. Okay, well, there's a little bit of what went on. And you can, this one here, you can really see it's really thin right there. So naturally they broke. Look at this one. The technique that worked the best was the wire feed MIG. Just welding on. These were broken off flush with the coming out of that hole, pretty well flush, and just welded these big blobs on. It's the first time I've done this kind of thing on an exhaust manifold. I've done it with other things, but it worked like a charm on this. I tried these extractor things for the bolts. If you don't have a set of these, go get yourself a set. Every toolbox should have a set of these. When you turn these, they just bite right in. And I saw a guy do this. First time I ever tried this. I'm going to keep doing that. I just went in the cupboard there in the house and I got a birthday candle. And as you heat up the manifold with a torch, you just go in there and you just push that against the, once you got it turning, I was pushing it against these blobs of weld here. and the candle would just liquefy and go in the threads. And that seemed to work too. I'm going to use that again. That's a really great trick. Well, I'm really happy. That's a great sign. We'll get this thing back up and running and go for a test drive. And oh, look at this one. Look at this one here. Oh my God. Can you believe that came out? Over here. This is what's left of the outside of that elbow. Aluminum edge fell off all the way around. It's just totally corroded. So I've ordered a new part, around $70 plus shipping. I guess I have no choice. I can't think of a way to fix this. And I don't think it's going to stay on there anymore. Nothing there for that clamp to grab. The only piece left on the whole thing is right here. I bet you if I tapped it with a hammer, it would fall off. That hose from the rad down there, I think I bumped it a few times and it started to leak. So the clamp originally just popped off. It was no good anymore. So that's what that wet area is you see around here, and even the alt here is a bit wet. Okay, here's a new thermostat housing. You see anything wrong with the old one? Really, you can't see anything wrong at all until you do this. Let's tighten up the clamp around the hose from the radiator to the thermostat housing here, and this thing just snapped right off, like with very little force at all. I don't think there was much holding it. This is probably, to me, in my opinion, it's one of the best motors ever made, I think. All right. Well, hope this helps someone. This is not the job I prefer to do, but I didn't want to have to pay someone to do this. So it's done. Thanks for watching. I just saw someone fishing over here. There he is. It's a heron. It's huge. The wingspan is wider than one lane on this road here, so